You come on in and have a seat.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. So tell me what brings you to counseling today.
Well, I've just had a few friends who suggested that I come just because, I've just been really down about my life lately, and so they've just kind of kept suggesting it, and I just finally decided to come.
So you're mainly here because of your friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did your friends tell you to come in?
They've just been, I've just been down about my life, and I think they're just tired of listening to me, so they're like, go talk to someone who gets paid to listen. I don't know.
Okay, so you say you've been down about your life. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm just not really where I expected to be in life at this point. I expected to be married with kids, and I'm just not there. I'm not even dating anyone right now, and so it's just frustrating to me that I'm not married and I don't have kids, and I can't even see that future for me because I'm not even dating anyone, and I'm 32, and it's just frustrating. Yeah.
So you have certain goals for your life, and you haven't met those goals yet, so you are kind of frustrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell me more about your goals.
Well, I've never really thought about them as goals, but I guess they are, but I just always expected at this point in my life I'd be married with kids, and I'm not. It's just when you grow up, you just envision this future of what you think your life will be, and that's just not what my life is, and I really wanted to be married with kids by this point, and I'm not, and
So that really seems to frustrate you.
Mm-hmm.
You're upset because you haven't necessarily hit a lot of these goals, and you said your friends hear you talk about that, and they feel like you might need to talk to somebody about that.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing to, at this point, what are you doing to help you get to some of these goals?
I date a lot, but other than that, I don't really know what else. What else do I do to get to those goals? But I date a lot. I go out on dates a lot.
So, tell me what one of your dates looks like.
It just depends. Every guy. Typically we usually go to dinner at a nice place, and just get to know each other over dinner and call it a night. And if it's a date that went well, there might be a follow-up date within the next couple days.
So the main way you're trying to reach your goal of getting married is by dating.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the guys that you date.
Usually I meet them on Bumble. I use the Bumble app a lot. So that's usually how I meet the guys that I go out with. I try to pick guys, you have to match with them, and usually I try to go out on guys with we have good chemistry over the app. So typically if a guy messages me or I message him, I usually chat with him via the app for a couple days. If it's going well, maybe we'll exchange phone numbers and do texting or phone calls. But it's usually guys that we match because we have things in common, right? We value careers, or we really love good food, or I'm super active, and so typically guys I get matched with are are active as well. You have to have the same life goals, so usually guys I match with, they want to have kids, or they want to get married, or they're looking for a serious relationship.
So you use dating apps and some of the other technological things to help you find someone that you want to spend your life with.
No, there's been sometimes some friends will set me up, but it's mostly the app, yeah.
Okay, so this seems like a very important goal to you to find someone to spend your life with, and you said have children. So right now, you're dating guys. Do you go on like follow-up dates with them, or how does it work after that first date usually?
So I mean, if the first date went well and like we really have good chemistry and stuff, usually there's like at least follow up, like texts and phone calls. Usually there's a follow up date or two, but nothing. I mean, I haven't had like a real relationship. I mean, I've never in my life dated someone for like more than 6 months, but I haven't dated anyone for more than like a month, probably in the past like 2 years. I mean, if it has been more than a month, it's just been like a guy, like there's been a couple guys that I've hung out with more than that, but they're typically just guys. They're not guys that I would like ever marry. They're just guys that I'm keeping around so that way I'm not like lonely and I have someone, you know, to be with, but they're not anyone that I would ever consider a future with.
So you have guys that when dates don't work out for you, you said keep them around. So you have guys that you go out with. What does that term keep them around mean? What does that, help me understand that?
I mean, like someone I can call and we can like grab dinner or, you know, hang out with or spend the night with or whatever. You know, basically just like a buddy, you know, to hang out with, but not anyone that I would ever see a future with. And you know, if I found a guy that was like, or I started dating a guy who was like really great, I would be like I'm, you know, I'm done with you, like you were just here for fun kind of thing. I want it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are these guys that you keep around in the way you said it, these guys that you keep around, are they aware that you guys have that type of relationship? Or
Yeah.
So how do they feel about that?
I mean, they're happy. They're fine with it. They're usually not guys who want like long-term relationships anyways. You know, they're guys who are just wanting a girl to mess around with anyway. So it's not like I'm stringing them along or anything.
Okay, so you have some guys that you can turn to when you're upset or lonely or when a date doesn't go your way.
Yeah.
To just be around.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys, they don't necessarily help you accomplish what you want, but they make you feel better. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they definitely make me feel better, like in the moment. Yeah, because I have someone to be with. Yeah.
I noticed you said in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? They make you feel better in the moment.
I mean, they bring me comfort like that night. Like, oh, okay, somebody wants to be with me. You know, if I'm feeling really crappy about myself, it's like I can call this person and they want to be with me. So that makes me feel good in the moment. But then, like, you know, I know that there's no future there. I know that they're not good for me. You know, so ultimately, like, it doesn't. It's just like when you eat a piece of chocolate, right? Like, it makes you feel good for the moment, but there's no, like, long-term gratification for that.
Okay. So, when you're dating these guys, why do you think that maybe some of them have not gone so well?
I mean, usually it's just that we don't have chemistry together. You know, there's been times where I've thought that things were going really well and we, you know, kiss or we end up spending the night together or whatever, and then they just totally fall off the face of the earth the next day or, you know, a week later. So even when I think things are going well, right, they obviously weren't.
Okay. So, do you think that there is do you think that there's some reason for that they're not going well, or do you think that there's some reason that maybe they don't call you?
Probably because I'm unlovable.
So, what makes you feel that way? What makes you feel like you're unlovable? You say that, but why do you think that?
Just because guy after guy, like when I think that things are going well and that the relationship's going good, or not relationship, but you know, the dates are going well, they just fall off the face of the earth. They don't call me back. They don't, they stop responding. I know that they're like alive because they're posting on Instagram or whatever, but, they can't respond to my texts. And it just, when that happens over and over and over again, and you felt like things were going really well with this person, it just starts to make you feel like it's you.
Yeah, and that's a tough feeling.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like it's hard, and I can definitely understand how you would feel that way. So what do you do when a date doesn't go well?
Sometimes I call, one of the guys that I know will make me feel better. Sometimes I go home and text my friend rapid fire about how unlovable I am and how I'll never get married and just die an old cat lady. Nothing super destructive, but nothing like healthy.
Okay, so what are some things that you do to help you after that stage? Like, what are some things that you do to help you get over that initial feeling of feeling unloved?
I just try to stay really busy. I'm really involved with a nonprofit in the area that I try to stay really busy with. I do a lot of yoga. I will dive really deep into my work and pick up a lot of overtime and volunteer to go on trips. Like, we have to transport youth, across state lines, and like Monday is my day off. I work a 4/10, so Monday is my day off, and on Monday I went to LA to pick up a kid from a psych hospital and bring her back here to Sacramento, just so I had something to do on a Monday besides sit at home and just remember how alone I am.
Well, it sounds like you have a passion for people. It sounds like you have a passion for children and for your work, and that's really great. And it sounds like you have some really some things that you can do to help you when you're feeling negative about your dates or yourself. Are there other things that you've tried to help you with those negative feelings?
I think last summer I was running a lot. Like, every day after work I would go to UC Davis Hospital and run like the stairs and stuff, just because it kept me occupied, right, and kept me busy, and it was active. I had a personal trainer for a while that I worked out with like 3 days a week. I've been going on more vacations by myself. Like, I just got back from a vacation overseas, and I'm planning a big trip in a couple months. It's going to be a 2-month trip actually, by myself. And so I've been trying to do more, more things like that. I love traveling.
Good.
And so I've been trying to do more of that.
So do you feel like those things help you?
Yeah, I think so. I always feel really good when I get back from a vacation. Like, okay, I just always feel really like empowered that I travel to a foreign country by myself, and it just always kind of rejuvenates me.
Okay, so it sounds like you have some things that can help you when you have these negative feelings and when things are getting difficult for you. Do you think that maybe the next time you feel rejected or something, you could put some things in place that maybe you could go to that can help you with that as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe next session we can talk about some of those things that you have strategies for that you can that can help you when you start to feel negative about your dating life, or when you feel like you're not where you should be.
Okay.
Do you think that's a goal we could meet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Haley. It's good to see you, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Have a good day.